Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Alrighty, so despite the smiley intro, we are coming to talk about something that makes me angry about the book community today. Well, not the community as a whole, just very specific people in the book community that do not make me happy at all. And that is the people who have main character syndrome. Now, what do I mean by that? I basically mean the people who get on like TikTok or whatever, on Twitter, on Instagram, wherever you post about books, and are like, I have to be able to envision myself as the main character. If I can't envision myself as the main character, I don't read it. You know the types of people who get online and are like, "Oh my God, I couldn't relate to this. I couldn't relate to this, so I just had to DNF it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. If the main character has blonde hair and blue eyes, no, she doesn't, because I have brown hair and green eyes. So now, and I have to be the main character. I have to be able to envision my life as this story. So now I am the main character. Blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh my God. Here's the thing with this type of reader. They are oftentimes cishet and white, and when you look at their reading wrap-ups and everything, you will see no books of any people of color, any queer authors, any disabled authors, anything of the sort. Anything of the sort. You will never see books about characters like that. You will never see authors of those identities, nothing. You will never see any of that on their reading wrap-ups. And then you ask them, like, okay, why not? That's weird. That's weird. I like expand your horizons a little bit. And they'll fall back on the excuse of, oh my God, I just can't relate. I've tried to read a book about a black person or a gay person, and I can't relate. I can't relate. So I'm just going to keep reading my cishet white books over and over and over and over and over and over and over again and never read anything else. But I'm not racist. I'm not homophobic. I'm not ableist. I'm not transphobic. Trust me on that. Trust me. I have to be able to relate. I have to be able to envision myself as the main character. And if the main character isn't like me, then I just can't envision myself as the main character because obviously I have to be the center of the universe. And I'm just like, can we please be serious? Can we please be serious? I'm so sorry, people. Like, people with the main character syndrome make me so angry in the book community. They really, really do. Because it really is giving no emotional intelligence. It really is giving lack of empathy. It's really giving, I'm not even going to attempt to understand how people different than me walk through the world and like walk in their shoes for a day. Like, I'm not even gonna try that because, I can't envision myself as that character. Like, I can't envision myself as that type of person. So, like, I'm not even going to try. I don't want to relate. I can't relate to to that kind of person because they don't look like me. They don't act like me. So, like, I don't really care. I just want stories about people that are like me. It really is giving that. It's really giving apathy. It's really giving lack of emotional intelligence. I'm so sorry. It really, really is. And like these people just kind of drive me crazy because it's like, okay, the main character of this story or this author is different than you on a surface level. So what? Oh, and also, like, how does that make the character like unrelatable whatsoever to you? Like, really, like, how does that make the story unrelatable to you whatsoever? Like, okay, you're white. And the main character of this story is black. Like, that means you automatically can't relate to her struggle of discovering self-worth and confidence? Or, okay, you're straight and this main character is gay. That automatically means you can't relate to his feelings of having a toxic family? Or, okay, you're able-bodied and the main character is disabled. That automatically means you can't relate to their desire to make an impact on the world and a name for themselves. Like, you automatically can't relate to people who are different than you in any way, shape, or form, just based on what they look like, just based on surface level characteristics. Really? And I'm supposed to believe that you're not a bigot just because you said so on TikTok. Really? Really? Also, why does everything need to be relatable? Like, why does everything need to be relatable somehow, some way to you? Relatability does not automatically make a story good, and unrelatability does not automatically make a story bad. Like, hello? Like, for example, Legendborn by Tracy Dion. I freaking love that series. Can I relate to any of the struggles that the main character Bree goes through? Absolutely not, because all of the struggles that she goes through are tied to, her identity as a black person, and how she navigates the world as a black woman, and like navigating a very white society in that kind of environment doesn't really want her, and like grappling with like family history, and like history of how white people in America terrorized black people for hundreds of years. Like, I obviously can't relate to any of her struggles. I can't relate to any of Bree's struggles. Yet, the Legendborn series is still one of my favorite series of all time because it's a good story, and I don't limit myself to stories by and for only people that look like me. Hello, or are the same orientation as me, or whatever, or the same gender identity as me. Like, hello, that doesn't make any sense. Why would I limit myself that way? Why would I limit myself to only one perspective of the world and of storytelling? Why would I limit myself to only authors who look, sound, come from the same background, have the same orientation, have the same disabled status, have the same whatever, have the same gender as me? Like, why would I do that? Why would I do that? Why that I don't understand how you can just like that. That sounds so boring to me. Like, you're just getting one perspective of the world and of life and of storytelling and one specific mythos over and over and over and over and over again. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, why does the idea to people who have this like main character syndrome of like, I need to be able to self-insert. I need to be able to relate to the main character. Da 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 da, whatever. I need to be able to this, that, and the third. Why does the idea of reading about different experiences make you feel disgusted or fearful? Because that's what it is. That's what it is at the end of the day. Like, the mere idea of reading a book by someone or about someone that is different than you, just it repulses you. You're like, ugh, I can't. I'm not going to try that. That's scary. No, why? Why does that make you feel like that? I'm so curious. I mean, we all know the answer, really, but still, like, I'm confused. Like, why? Also, why do you insist on self-inserting instead of letting yourself experience a different view of the world? Even in books where the main character does look like you and is like you, why do you still insist on being like, I have to self-insert. I have to be the main character. I have to be. The world revolves around me. Oh, why are you not satisfied just being an audience member and being like, okay, let me observe someone's life. Let me observe someone's story. Let me develop emotional intelligence for other people and stuff like that. Let me just view how this person moves throughout the world, and maybe I can gain something from this story. I don't know. Like, why? What? I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm confused. And also, the funny thing is, it never works both ways. It never works both ways on this topic. You will see like cishet white influencers being like, I never read a book about an Asian person. I never read a book about about a bisexual person ever because I just can't relate. I can't self-insert. I can't relate to that type of story at all. No. But the moment that like a black person says, "I don't want to read a story about white people," like, no, no, that doesn't interest me. Suddenly, these people will be in the comments being like, "Oh, reverse racism," as if that exists. Oh my God, you're terrorizing us white people. Oh my God, like, how can you be so rude? Or if a gay person is like, I don't want to read a story about straight people. Like, no, that doesn't interest me whatsoever. You will have these people in the comments being like, Heterophobia, as if that exists. Oh my God, you're being so hateful. This is why we need straight pride. Like, oh my God, we are under attack. And it's so funny that that happens. It really, really is so funny because, like, you're showing your true colors. You really, really are. But ultimately, we know why the people who have this, like, main character syndrome are like this. We know why they're like this. Because reading is a very easy and accessible way of getting different perspectives of the world and broadening your view of the world and the people who live in it. And this specific group of readers, the people who have the main character syndrome, do not want to do that. They do not want to expand their horizons because it may challenge some worldviews that they have, and they don't want that. They are afraid of that. Ugh, my God. This video is probably a mess. It probably is a mess. I just needed to rant about this topic because I saw it pop up again on Twitter the other day. I did because someone reposted a TikTok on Twitter and I watched it and I was just like, oh, it was a video of this lady who read like a gay book and she was like, I DNF'd it because I couldn't relate. I need to be able to self-insert. Me as a woman need to be able to self-insert, and I just could not relate, and I just could not self-insert into this gay book about two men who fall in love. So I DNF'd it. I thought it was trash, and I'm just like, like I saw that video and I was and it set me off on this topic again for the last few days where I was just like, why are people like this? Why are people like this? Why do people need to relate to everything? Why do people need to self-insert? How can you not relate to the feelings and struggles of people that are different than you just because they're different than you? Like, grow a brain. It's so self-centered. It's so self-centered, and it's also, let's be honest, thinly disguised bigotry. Let's just be honest about that. Let's just be honest about that, because the idea of reading a book about someone who is surface level different than you, like, disgusts you. That's bigotry. I'm so sorry. It is. It is. Hi, editing me here just to say that also, if you are somebody who, like, needs to, like, insert yourself as the main character because, like, the world revolves around you and everything, if you are one of those people, literally just go read second POV books and also go read self-insert fanfiction, because that's literally what it's for. Leave regular people books alone. Like, just go read self-insert fanfiction. Go read second POV books. Just leave everything else alone instead of complaining about them 24/7. Thank you. Anyway, I know that this video is a mess. I just needed to rant. I needed to rant about this topic. Yeah. Anyway, if you enjoyed this mess of a video, please give it a like, subscribe, comment your thoughts down below on this main character syndrome topic, and yeah, I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.